Welcome to LinguaWire English B1. Today, we have two stories. One about a serious coal mine accident in China, and another about a major rocket launch by SpaceX. Please follow us so you can practice your English every day with the latest episode. For transcripts and comprehension quizzes, visit linguawire.com. To talk about the coal mine accident in China, I'm joined by LinguaWire correspondent Sarah, who covers world news. Sarah, can you explain what happened?
Yes, Daniel. On Friday evening, a gas explosion occurred at a coal mine in Shaanxi province, northern China. At least 82 people died and 2 are still missing. This is the worst mining accident in China in 16 years.
That's very sad news. How many workers were inside the mine when the explosion happened?
There were 247 workers on duty at the time. More than 100 were rescued, but many were injured and taken to hospital.
Do we know what caused the explosion?
Officials say it was a gas explosion, but they haven't said exactly what kind of gas. Many people were affected by poisonous gas, especially those who breathed it underground.
How are the rescue teams working now? Are they still searching for survivors?
Yes, rescuers are still working. They are using robots with gas sensors and infrared cameras to explore underground safely. The government says they will do everything possible to find survivors and help the injured.
I read that the death toll numbers changed. Why was that?
At first, officials said at least 90 people died, but later they corrected the number to 82. They explained that the situation was very chaotic at the start, so the count was unclear.
What is the government's response to this accident?
The Chinese president said no effort should be spared to treat the injured and find survivors. The State Council promised a strict investigation and said those responsible will be punished severely.
What does this accident tell us about safety in mining?
It shows that mining remains very dangerous, especially because of gas explosions. It also highlights the importance of quick rescue efforts and clear information after such accidents.
Thank you, Sarah, for explaining this difficult story so clearly. Now, for our second story, I'm joined by LinguaWire correspondent Michael, who follows science and technology news. Michael, what can you tell us about the SpaceX rocket launch?
Hello, Daniel. SpaceX successfully launched its Starship V3 rocket on Friday from Texas, and this rocket is the largest and most powerful ever built. It's an important step forward for space travel.
That sounds impressive. Was this the first time they tried to launch this rocket?
No, the first attempt was on Thursday, but it was postponed because of a problem with the launch tower. They fixed it and tried again the next day.
What happened during the launch? Did everything go as planned?
The rocket blasted off at 17:30 local time. It released 20 dummy satellites into space, then returned to Earth and landed in the Indian Ocean. The rocket exploded after landing, but this was expected as part of the test.
Why did the rocket explode after landing? That sounds like a failure.
Actually, it was planned. The explosion is part of the test to see how the rocket behaves during re-entry and landing. Even though both rocket stages had engine problems, the mission achieved most of its goals.
What does this mean for SpaceX and future space missions?
It's a big success. The test will help SpaceX improve the rocket. NASA is interested because they want to use this rocket for future moon missions. The launch also helps SpaceX attract investors for their planned stock market debut.
How tall is this Starship V3 rocket?
It is 124 meters tall, about 40 stories high, and that makes it the tallest rocket ever built.
What did Elon Musk say about the launch?
He congratulated his team on social media, calling the launch epic and saying they scored a goal for humanity. NASA's administrator also praised the team, saying it brings us closer to the moon and Mars.
Thanks, Michael. It's exciting to see new technology moving forward like this. Let's review some useful language from today's episode. First, 3 words from the coal mine story, all about rescue and safety. The first word is injured. It means someone is hurt or harmed. In the story, many workers were injured after the explosion. For example, the injured people were taken to the hospital quickly. The second word is rescue. It means to save someone from danger. The rescuers saved over 100 people from the mine. For example, firefighters rescue people from burning buildings. The third word is poisonous. It means something that can harm or kill if you touch or breathe it. The workers inhaled poisonous gas underground. For example, some plants are poisonous if eaten. Now, the second part is about the verb to launch. It means to send something into the air or space, like a rocket. The verb launch is regular. In the past tense, we say launched. For example, SpaceX launched a rocket yesterday, and the company will launch a new product next month. We heard launch many times in the SpaceX story, showing how important it is for space missions and new technology. That's all for today's language recap. Follow LinguaWire for the latest daily episode and build your daily language habit with us.